A full 6 rounds of unspent, unshot ammunition. Right, so I'm testing out a new camera tonight, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are on the quality, picture and sound. I just got to Dartmoor. It's been lovely and sunny all day. As soon as I start walking, yeah, it rains. Awesome. I've got a waterproof jacket on, but my trousers and backpack cover are on the top of my backpack. It's only a light shower, so hopefully it'll pass. Look at this lot. And the Marines haven't tidied up after themselves, have they? Good lord. That's mad. Now a full 6 rounds of unspent, unshot ammunition. Right, it's down here tonight. It's in the wind. There's nowhere out of the wind, but pretty good. I'll take these home for my boy. So over the years I have tested sleep mats from £250 plus thermarest right down to sort of £50 budget decathlons. And there's something I've learned over the years, and that is effectively, this is a lilo with a little bit of insulation inside it. Now any sleep mat that is rated for winter or more than 3 seasons will have an R value, and it will be higher than the majority of other mats. So we're looking at probably 6+ for winter rating. The issue is there's a lot of concern from people who doubt anything that isn't a thermarest. Thermarest have been around for donkey's years. Yes, you get a lifetime warranty with them. I have a Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm Max Large. I don't use it anymore because I don't find it comfortable. I tend to find it makes my arm and shoulder dead in the night, and it goes to sleep and I wake up numb. So I'm not keen on those horizontal baffled mats. Now I recently saw a review video on a sleep mat that has an 11R value, which obviously is quite appealing. Now someone on Facebook posted it and said, do you think this is legit? And a lot of people went, who on earth needs an 11R value mat? And yes, it is extreme in this country, but there's a legitimate reason why you would want one, and I'll come on to that in a minute. So before this comment come up on Facebook, I'd actually already researched this mat because I'd seen it on a YouTube video, and I'd also contacted the company that sells them. And it is a British company, Scottish, a company called Highlander. They've been going for 30 years in the outdoor industry, selling waterproof clothes, tents, sleep mats, loads of other outdoor gear. So they're legit. Classic Dartmoor style, it is pouring down my rain, so I'm going to finish this inside the tent. So I contacted Highlander and said, look, very interested in this mat. Would you want to work with me and do a collaboration so that I can just test it out and see how good it really is, whether it's comfy and also if it's warm. There's a guy there called Dom who responded straight away, came back to me and said, yeah, great, happy to work with you. We also do a mini pump as well, so I'll send you the pump which comes with a lantern, and I'll show you that in a bit. So they do everything that you pretty much need. And a lot of people get concerned with some of the mats and stuff that I do reviews on, that they come from China and that it's fake and there's no legitimate ASTM rating. And having a company that is based in the UK and supplied for the last 30 years or so outdoor equipment for UK campers, I think that really gives a bit of backup and a bit more sort of psychological help to those people who are struggling to make a decision as to whether or not it's legit. Now, after I received this mat, I haven't been out camping and using it yet, but there was a post on Facebook where someone said, seen this mat online, £99.99, and it's an 11 R value. What do you lot think? There was quite a few comments of people saying, Chinese crap, you know, don't believe the R value, there's no ASTM certificate on the website, so there's nothing to prove it. So I contacted Dom and said, look, do you have the actual certificate? And he sent it to me. It is legit. It's 11.1 R value on the tested certificate for ASTM. So I posted that onto the chat group and said, look, it is legit. However, I'm going to be doing a review on it. So if you are thinking about buying it, hang on, I'll test it out and I'll tell you what I think. Now, the upside to waiting a little bit as well is that I have got a discount code, 15%. So if you do want to buy it, it comes out at £85. Now, if you look at my Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm Max Large that I bought, it was like 250 quid. Yes, you get a lifetime warranty with it, but this is a UK-based company. I'm sure if you have a problem, they'll look after you because their customer service seems pretty quick. But for £85, I think you just can't go wrong. That's one of the cheapest mats on the market, forgetting the R value. Now, during this Facebook conversation, there was a comment about who the hell needs an 11 R value mat? You know, that's got to be rated down to like minus 30 degrees. You're not going to experience that sort of temperature or those issues in this country. But if you're looking at buying a winter mat, it doesn't really matter what the R value is or how high it is, it's just how low it is. It can't be too high. Some people sleep incredibly cold. I'm quite a cold sleeper, so it appeals to me the higher the R value. And there's a lot of people out there, females as well, women sleep colder than men generally, allegedly. I don't know if that's true. So if you've got a mat that is 11 R value and another mat that's 8 R value, and the 8 R value mat is 180 quid and the 11 R value mat is £85, why would you not buy the 11 R value mat? This is a decent sized mat. It's 190 centimeters, I believe, by 65 by 10. So it's nice and thick. It's very comfortable. I have tried it at home. I haven't used it out in the cold yet. We are expecting temperatures around -3 tonight. So it's going to be pretty cold. It will be a good test of the mat. Yes, you're going to get lower temperatures out in the UK, but not drastically lower. But I will know whether or not this is actually working. As I said before, it's an ASTM rated mat, so this is not made up by someone. So it's been tested and it is legit. Now, it's not the lightest mat in the world, it's 900 grams. But that is pretty much not far off my Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm Max Large anyway, and the pack size is certainly a lot smaller. So it's pretty good. Nice and small packs in my bag, easily with all the rest of my gear, so I've had no issues in carrying it. Now, the argument for spending another £150 would be, yeah, you get a Thermarest, you get a lifetime guarantee, but you also get a lifetime guarantee on this mat as well. So they have a 282-year warranty. It says, be safe in the knowledge that this Highlander item is guaranteed for its usable lifetime against faults in workmanship and materials. So there you go. Take that, Thermarest. So the size of this mat is 190 centimeters by 63 by 10 centimeters deep, and it has a triple foil layer system in it, which is what gives you the warmth and also gives you the R value. So this is the wee Banshee, okay, which is the pump that you get from Highlander. Very, very similar to the Flexdale. You got a little hanging loop on the top, which you can disconnect and attach to the lantern loop inside the tent. Basically, this will give you the same sort of options that you get with your normal Flexdale. It's very similar. It has a light on the front, 3 different levels, and a pump. That's right. So I'm going to get the mat pumped up and I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm a little bit limited on space inside here. Obviously doing it inside the tent as opposed to outside where you can see it properly. So the mat has your normal sort of two-way valve. So you can inflate and deflate, but I'm just going to inflate this with the Highlander wee Banshee pump, and we'll just see how long it takes to inflate it using this pump. So the small nozzle goes into the top. Double click it. There we go. Upside down. Right, I think that has maxed out the power that the pump can do. I'm going to give it another couple of breaths. I like it firm. It's still pretty good. So 2 minutes 41. Don't know if you can see that. It's not too bad. It's not as powerful as the flex tail pumps, but at least now I've got somewhere warm to sit. So I've been sitting on a cold floor, freezing. So the mat is pretty comfy. It's not a bad size for me. I do fit on it, but it is very comfortable. It's nice and firm. It feels warm already. It's just about wide enough for me. 63 centimeters, so not too bad. The pump has a 40 lumen light on it, which will last up to 10 hours on low level. But yeah, it seems to work okay. It's, I believe, $29.99 for the pump, with obviously all the attachments you can get in there as well. But I think this mat for 85 quid, I don't think you can go wrong with this. You know, legitimate R value of 11. What is there not to like? It's big, the weight's okay, 900 grams is not the lightest, but for an 11R value, another couple hundred grams more than something else, I don't think you can go wrong with it, unless it goes wrong itself. But I'm going to test this out through tonight, and I'll give you my full verdict in the morning. Good morning. Hopefully you can see me all right in there. It's 6 o'clock. I've had an okay sleep. I'm going to get myself up, get a coffee, get sorted, and then I'll tell you what my thoughts are on this sleep, man. So last night it got down to -3. I checked it on my Skywatch, and I slept in, not this big jacket, I've just been outside to go to the toilet, but my O&M core hoodie, which is a very thin little hoodie, and a polyester base layer. I'm using the NXT Ice Flames full zip quilt. No hat. I was absolutely boiling. If anything, probably too warm, but I couldn't be bothered to take my hoodie off. So it's very comfortable. The mat is very, very comfortable, and that is on my side or my back or my front. Oddly, even though it's not as long as I would like it to be, I did find that when I was on my front, so when you sleep on your back, your feet are up, and when you sleep on your front, your feet push forward, if you know what I mean. So rather than being like that, they push forward, so your body is even longer. So I tend to have my feet end up hanging off the end of the mat. I did have my little pillow up very high on the mat, and it stuck onto it. So this is the little cheap pillow that I bought from AliExpress because my Trichology burst. And that's held on right at the top of the mat, and has been really good and really comfy all night long. So I think because I was so much further up the head end, I actually had space for my feet. It was weird. So yeah, very, very comfortable, very, very warm. I'm impressed with it. There is one thing I've found though, and even with it fully inflated, it bottoms out when you sit on it. So if I actually sit upright, I can feel the ground as soon as I do. It doesn't affect you when you're laying down. My hips, I've got bony childbearing hips. They do not sink into the ground and hit it. It seems to level out very, very well. It is only when I sit up, and because it was pretty cold last night, I ended up just using my trusty, faithful old sit mat. So I just put that underneath my backside, so just give a bit more insulation, because as soon as you sit upright, it bottoms out and you can immediately feel the cold, because obviously you're crushing anything underneath you. So yeah, bottomed out, but only when sitting. And let's face it, realistically, this is for laying on. but just something to be aware of. Personally, I think £85, it's pretty much a no-brainer. If you need a mat for winter, why spend 250 quid on one that's got a lower R value, same lifetime warranty? Would you bother? Tell me in the comments below. Anyway, I'm going to get myself sorted, pack up my gear and shoot off out of here. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, as always, hit a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all on the next one.